Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what time you hear this spiritual message. And I hope you're having a blessed day. The information that I want to give you is that we are all melanated people from Africa, are of the 12 tribes. We are of the 12 tribes. We didn't use the word country. We used the word tribes. We are all of the 12 tribes. Now, the thing I want you to understand is this, is that we are all chosen. We are all God's chosen people. And whether you were enslaved or whether you stayed in Africa and were colonized, you suffered the curse. Understand this. We are all Homo sapiens. All people of African ancestry are Homo sapiens. Caucasians are Neanderthals. That is their lineage. It is said that all will be called and few will follow. This is because some of us have been brainwashed, or to put it another way, totally psyched out by Caucasians into believing that we are not God's chosen people, psyched out into believing that Yahuwah is a white man named Jesus with a Latino name. Some of us believe that. But as we awaken to the truth, countries and Caucasians are starting to admit that we are God's chosen people. Thanks to the internet, the word is spreading quicker. Countries like Germany, Iran, people in the United States, different countries, Syria, have come out and said that Africans are the Hebrew Israelites, are the chosen ones. One of the things that has bothered me is the amount of content creators giving direction to the chosen ones. What I want to say is be careful who you listen to. Be careful who you listen to. Some are honest, some are not. Understand this. From a lie, you will never get truth from a lie. But the truth can be twisted into a lie. So you have to be careful. An example of this is what I've given you already, is that Jesus is not Jesus. That person that we are calling Jesus is Yahuwah. And he is a black man. And the Bible gives us a description of him. White hair, the texture of lamb wool, and his feet were the color of burnt bronze, which indicated that he was a black man. But that is also metaphorical. There's also a metaphor in the way in which Yahshua is described. But that's, if you want to know, if you want to understand that, then leave a comment and I will answer that question. But I want to say that the Bible gives us directions as to how to make it easier for us to follow the direction of God. It is a filter cleaner. Now, the first filter cleaner is to follow the 10 commandments. You follow the 10 commandments, and that civilizes you. It makes it possible for you to live in a civilization. If you do not follow the Ten Commandments, then you are pretty much uncivilized. Secondly, the Bible tells us what to eat to help to purify our body spiritually. It tells us not to eat pork. It tells us not to eat fish without scales. And it tells us not to eat shellfish. And it tells us these things for a reason. It tells us these things for a reason, so that for the spiritual purification of the body, so that we can receive the messages from God easier, louder. It also tells us that Deuteronomy 22 verse 5 tells us that homosexuality is an abomination. But see, as I told you earlier, truth can be twisted into a lie. And now you have the Vatican approving same-sex marriage under the twisted name of Yahuwah to Jesus. They are spreading false information. You see, from truth can be twisted into lies, but lies can never be twisted into truth. And what you must do is add up. Take what you know, and if someone is giving you new information, does it add up to the information or what you already know? If it is contradictory to what you already know, then you know it is subtracting from the truth. There are a lot of black content creators. And I would suggest that you listen first to the black content creators. Because these black content creators that are speaking about the chosen ones are obviously chosen themselves. But you have different content creators, chosen one content creators that are giving different messages. And the reason they are giving different messages is because we are in different spiritual grades. Now, some people who have been drinking, using drugs that are all their life, they need a different content creator or a chosen teacher to talk to them. If they have no spiritual experience, if they have no religious experience, then they're like in kindergarten. Then you have those who are more experienced, who have been going to church all their lives, but they are hearing things that are in contradiction to the Bible. So they move up. So they have to move up to a higher level once they recognize where truth is being twisted into lies. The level that I am on is for those who know that Egypt is Kemet. Africa is actually Acubulan. Egyptians did not create or build the pyramids, the temples, or the philosophy, or what's called Greek philosophy. Those things were created by the people of Kemet. The people of Kemet are the ancestors of the Sumerians. They are of the tribe of the Nubians, Moors, Sumerians, and Kemetians. These are all black people. Their names were changed to twist the truth and to make Caucasians and to give credit to Caucasians for what we as a people created. We created civilization. You see, my teachings are more advanced. So you have to know You have to bring something to the table to understand my teachings. And it is for this reason that I have less subscribers. Because you have more people have bachelor's degrees than have masters and PhDs. So you have to bring a lot to the table to understand what I'm saying. You have to know what a Homo sapien is, and you have to know what a Neanderthal is. You also have to have a history of studying different religions, which will allow you to put two and two together, because as I've stated, truth adds up. And you should have read the Kabbalion, Divine Pymander, Sumerian Wisdom, and definitely you should start with Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James. Because I would say that Stolen Legacy will probably be the most, it may be the most important book you read other than the Kabbalion. Because once you read the Kabbalion, you're going to understand what God is. You see, the Bible is our history. The Bible is Hebrew Israelite history. It is the history of the 12 tribes, basically. But our spiritual teachings is in the Kabbalion. And it is also strengthened and added to by Stolen Legacy. You see, if you are, first of all, understand this. Reading the Bible and not following the 10 Commandments, reading the Bible and eating pork, shellfish, fish without scales, is not manifesting what you have read in the Bible. Homosexuality. If you are a homosexual and you have read the Bible, you are not manifesting what you have read in the Bible. And you need to manifest what you read in the Bible in order to purify your physical body so that you are more in touch with your spiritual body. Now, I'm going to leave you with this. I don't want to give you too much information too soon. The name of my channel is Spiritual Philosophy. And what spiritual philosophy is, it is the spiritual belief system of the Cometians, Sumerians, and Nubians, and Moors. This is our belief system. What is a belief system? A belief system is anything that you believe in and you base your life on. So you can say that a belief system would be our religion. But our religion is spirituality. And to understand our religion, you have to understand that our spirituality has been taken by different countries or tribes of people, and it has been divided up and split up. What our spirituality teaches is a combination of monotheism and Buddhism. You see, Buddhism is about the purification of the soul to connect with spirit. But when you extend this to monotheism, you understand that the goal is to be God-like, is to have the characteristics of God. To have the characteristics of God is to have powers of God, is to have the powers of God. Our belief system taught us to be immortal mortals, immortal mortals. And to be in immortal mortal is to be godlike, is to have is to be able to transcend some of the powers of God. And to understand that God is infinite living mind. God has consciousness. Chaos is evil. Chaos is evil. Order is godlike. You see, when you follow the Ten Commandments, that is your first introduction to living an orderly life. Following your Ten Commandments is the first introduction to living an orderly life, which is civilization. I want to end here, but I'm going to give you some other tidbits. When you desire the things that are of necessity, that is order. And you should always desire the best of everything. If you're going to buy a car, you don't buy the most expensive car, but you buy the best car you can buy. You buy the car that is the most functional. When you buy a home that will provide you with your needs. Keyword needs. If you work out, then you want a home with a gym. You may want a treadmill. You may want a set of weights, things like this. These things are necessities for keeping you healthy. Now, these things do not trap you in a prison. The things that you desire are your prison. The things you desire are your prison. And they will often lead you into trouble because you end up living above your means and you end up in debt. Buying an expensive car with all these luxuries is a desire, and that desire can lead you into a trap where you end up spending more for this than you can afford. That's how desires trap you. They put you in a credit prison where you are in debt. The United States, for instance, is in a credit prison, $36 trillion worth of debt, which proves that this country is in chaos, is out of order, is living above its means, and that will be the destruction of the United States. But I'm going further than what I want to go. So I'm going to say this: don't let the destruction of the United States be your destruction by living above your means, because that is a trap caused by false desires. Anything that I've went further than I had planned on going, so if there's something that you want to be further explained, then leave a comment and I will explain it to you personally. But understand this: I'm not here to tell you what to do. I am giving you choices within your free will. And what you determine to do within your free will makes your life one of the determined. Your life can be prophesied by what you do today, because what you do today, you will have to pay the price for tomorrow. That price could be a reward, or that price could be disastrous. So have a blessed day. Think for yourself. The things that I've said that you don't understand, leave a comment and I'll explain it. And with that, like I said, don't follow me. You have free will. Decide for yourself what you want to do. And if there are content creators that are God chosen and you resonate with them, then you should, of course, listen to them. But always, if you're going to follow them, make sure it is by your choice. With that, like I said, have a blessed day, and hopefully I'll talk to you later.